God, you're playing touch butt with that dork in the park.
Charles Oliveira brushed off Ilia Turporia's trash talk ahead of their fight this Saturday at UFC 317, but that hasn't stopped him from firing back with bold predictions of his own. Oliveira has a shot at becoming a two-time UFC lightweight champion when he takes on the unbeaten star in the main event of UFC's International Fight Week pay-per-view in Las Vegas this Saturday, promising to be the first to stop the former featherweight champ inside an MMA cage. Deep down, everyone knows what's coming, Oliveira said at UFC 317's media day on Wednesday, responding to Topuria's bold claims. Just another guy talking big who's going to crumble when he faces me. Oliveira, a record holder in multiple UFC categories, believes his 15-year tenure in the promotion gives him a clear advantage. When Topuria made his MMA debut in Spain, Oliveira had already fought 12 times in the octagon. A decade later, the Brazilian has racked up more post-fight bonuses than Topuria has. Total career wins. It's the experience, the growth, the evolution. I've only gotten sharper, Oliveira said. It's about staying hungry, keeping that fire, chasing the dream. That's what drives me, and it just keeps getting stronger. Let people talk. It doesn't faze me. I'm not slowing down. Say what you want, he added. My hunger's still there. My faith is unshakable. If he thinks he's got knockout power, he hasn't seen mine. If he thinks he's got jiu-jitsu, he hasn't faced mine. Mark my words, big things are about to happen. I'm taking that belt again. On the UFC Countdown show, Oliveira's wife, Victoria Broom, shared that he promised to win the title for their son Dom, born after Oliveira lost the lightweight belt to Islam Makhachev. The shootboxy standout, however, insists he feels no added weight from that vow. There's no pressure when you make a promise like that, Oliveira said. When you have faith, promises don't bring pressure. Nobody has more faith than me. I feel zero pressure, and I know my moment's coming. I'm telling you now, I'm going to be champion again, and that day is almost here. Ilia Turporia has been outspoken about targeting Islam Makhachev after his fight for the lightweight title against Charles Oliveira at UFC 317 on Saturday, but there's a condition. The former featherweight champ, headlining the International Fight Week pay-per-view in Las Vegas, told Spanish media that he's only interested in facing the Russian star if Makhachev captures the welterweight belt from Jack Della Maddalena. Topuria hinted earlier this week that maybe I go up or he drops back to lightweight, and we give fans the fight they are dying to see if both secure their respective title wins. However, that dream matchup is off the table for Topuria if Makhachev fails to claim the 170-pound title later this year and returns to lightweight. If he loses, he gets nothing from me, Topuria said. No belt, no shot, he can wait his turn. Topuria earned his UFC title shot with a 6-fight win streak, including 4 stoppages culminating in a stunning knockout of Alexander Volkanovski to claim the featherweight crown. He defended it once, knocking out Max Holloway before relinquishing the title to pursue lightweight glory. His opponent at T-Mobile Arena this weekend, Oliveira, is a former lightweight champion with 23 wins and 20 finishes in 34 UFC fights. His resume boasts notable stoppage victories over stars like Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, and Michael Chandler.
What's up, everybody? UFC is coming back to Shanghai, China on August 23rd to the Shanghai Indoor Stadium. In the main event, Johnny Walker faces Zhang Mingyang. Walker has 19 of his 21 wins coming by finish. Mingyang is on a 12-fight win streak, with all of those ending in the very first round. He earned his UFC contract coming off road to the UFC Season 1, and since then, he's earned performance bonuses in each of his 3 UFC wins. This fight may give us a look into the future of the light heavyweight division. And in the co-main event, Brian Ortega versus Aljamain Sterling.
Islam Makhachev just told Kamaru Usman to get in line for the UFC welterweight title shot. The UFC welterweight division is heating up, and Islam Makhachev is throwing shade at Kamaru Usman's title shot dreams. Let's break down this spicy drama and what it means for the 170-pound crown. Fresh off a commanding win over Joaquin Buckley in the UFC on ESPN 69 main event, former welterweight king Kamaru Usman is back in the win column, snapping a 3-fight skid. And guess what? The Nigerian Nightmare is already eyeing a blockbuster showdown with lightweight champ Islam Makhachev, who's gunning for Jack Della Maddalena's welterweight belt. Usman's hyping this potential clash as a pay-per-view goldmine, pitting a former pound-for-pound great against the current pound-for-pound king. Islam versus me? Former pound-for-pound versus current pound-for-pound. Who's not buying that fight? Usman said at the UFC on ESPN's 69 post-fight presser, practically daring fans to dream big. But hold up. Islam Makhachev isn't exactly rolling out the red carpet for Usman. In a recent chat with MMA Junkie, the Dagestani destroyer didn't shut down the idea of facing Usman, but told him to pump the brakes and get in line. I saw Kamaru talking in some interview, Makhachev said. It'd be a tough fight, a huge fight, no doubt. But right now, my eyes are on Della Maddalena. Kamaru doesn't need to sit around waiting. Go fight, beat someone, stack some cash, and stay ready on the waiting list. Oof, talk about a polite reality check. Makhachev's got his laser focus on snatching the welterweight title from Della Maddalena, and he's not about to let Usman's hype train derail his plans. But here's where it gets juicier. Both fighters share the same manager, Ali Abdelaziz, who's already fanning the flames of this potential super fight. Kamaru's the greatest welterweight ever, Abdelaziz told MMA Junkie. Dana White loves him. They've got a special bond. Kamaru's a massive name in this division. If he wins, Islam wins, and they both want it, I'm staying out of it. I'll be chilling at home, popcorn in hand, watching that banger unfold. So what's the deal? Usman's back in form, looking hungrier than ever. But Makhachev's got his sights set on making history as a two-division champ. If Islam beats Della Maddalena, a clash with Usman could be the kind of fight that breaks the internet. But if Makhachev stumbles, will Usman still want a piece of him? And who else is lurking in the welterweight shadows, ready to steal the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments, fight fans. Who wins in a dream matchup between Makhachev and Usman? Should Kamaru wait for his shot or keep stacking W's? And is this the super fight we need in 2025? One of the biggest talks of the MMA community this week is Liver King. Yes, you heard that, right? Liver King is making waves in the MMA community for threatening Joe Rogan. It is still unclear as to what triggered this feud. All we know is that Liver King has been calling out Joe Rogan to a fight to death. Liver King went as far as going to Austin, Texas, where Joe Rogan lives, to supposedly find Joe Rogan. This did not pan out for Liver King as he got arrested.
His family's coming over. Yeah.
And these items
Some people in the back of the car. Just pulling up. Guess what? You're dead, bitch. You're dead. You're dead. I haven't slept. I've been waiting. King time. Joe Rogan, I'm calling you out. Man to man. I'm picking a fight with you.
record anything and everything.
Because Joe Rogan, all of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight. What happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did. Willing to die, hoping that you'll choke me out. I pray to God, because that's a dream come true. It feels good.
We're gonna kick Joe Rogan's ass?
The real G said it. We're coming to Austin. Joe Rogan, you know why. We're coming.
Fuck you, Joe Rogan. Fuck you, Joe Rogan. Fuck you. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to do that. Why would I want to kill you? And you have a family. I wouldn't want to take you away from your family. I wouldn't want that to happen.
And that's it for all the MMA news for today. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching.